Alrighty, folks, and we are back for the second part of today's stream as our heroes try to plan their daring getaway from the Solinese Navy. Maybe. I think that
Yeah.
there's still time for Helena and Cal to decide that really the thing to do is to go back to Soliana, stand trial, face the consequences of your
Yeah.
actions. It's not too late to do the right thing, kids. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but as they ponder that, let's take a second and just look at the map just to get an idea of kind of where we are.
Sounds good.
So I'm going to put a map up on the screen here. Yes, and apologies if the names here are like a little small on the stream, folks. I just wanted to kind of like get as much as I can here. So our heroes are the Navy is on this red X that is off the coast of Soliana. Kind of like if you see those like
Oh, I
couple of
see
little islands. And that is like just off the sort of established shipping lane between Westfall and Shortwater Bay. So you sort of see what I mean,
Got
that
it.
like the nearest towns for you really are the Solinese city of Shortwater Bay and the sort of much bigger Solinese city of Farview if you go into sort of
Mm-hmm.
Soliana proper instead of kind of its like satellite cities on the main continent.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, you could fly to the northwest past kind of those like big mountainous peaks and get to Cloudfall. That is kind of the nearest known sort of friendly territory. Or you could try to go to
Mm-hmm.
Linvale, which is even further north, sort of in the upper ends of the Sapphire Sea on the Veldrin coast. Um,
Mm-hmm.
then, kind of, alternatively, you could just fly straight westward and kind of making a line straight to the west. You would probably actually make a beeline to Akeros, but that may not be what you want to do. You would also probably halfway through need to either rest in the mountains, the swamp, or the desert, all of which have challenges of their own.
Yeah.
Um, or if you wanted to sort of just like go straight down, you could go all the way to Sel Doran, where you had your Bas Serenath adventure, but that's sort of a longer way than I think anything else that we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
And then you can kind of all the way sort of at the very end of the map, you can see Long Branch, which is where you were with your adventures with the rock. And sort of further north, you can start to see like the ice
Right.
of the Teldorath kind of sneaking in. So just kind of like we know
Right.
geographically where we all are.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to make the map go away now, but if we need it again, let me know. And
Okay.
obviously, you guys have it on your devices.
Yes, we do.
We do.
So,
Okay.
what are we planning, and how can Jeff the elf help?
How can he not help?
How could he not make the situation better? That's the real
yeah.
question that we should be
That's a
asking
real
ourselves.
question.
Being
Yeah.
in hysterics will help, then by all
Yeah.
means, get out. That's all I'm saying. I still think Cloudfall is quite a good plan. Maybe with Westfall, also quite a good plan for proximity and not being Soliana.
Yeah, Westfall's fairly in ruins, isn't it?
Yes.
But
Yeah,
but it could be a
Westfall.
place to-
Westfall is in shambles now.
it could be a place to pause.
The fast-talking teleporter that got you onto the Solinese Navy might still be there, as might the Mind Flayer
yeah.
the Mind Flayers that were sort of patrolling the outskirts of the city.
Yeah.
So that's a little high risk, high
yeah.
reward, and that guy may not be inclined to help you.
Yeah.
Let's go to Cloudfall, maybe.
I think yes. Okay. We're going to go to Cloudfall by dragon?
We'll need the dragon at least to get up there, I think. Whether we do it half and
Yeah.
half or
Yeah.
dragon
But
all the way.
we're still going to start on a boat.
So when the two of us were on Volt,
Yes.
he seemed fine, but that has always been for quite short bursts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
so we might need to, ration our riding on Volt plan.
I'm thinking of lots of silly things now, like sort of lassoing a boat to Volt and then When he gets
and
tired, we
having
could
him.
all sleep in the boat and then go
Yeah.
again. But I don't know how practical that is.
I
It's a very
mean-
long rope indeed.
I mean, yeah, we would need a pretty long rope, I think. And he's a good boy, but he could kind of take off, and who knows where that would leave us. So, but we could talk about it. But it sounds like step 1 is commandeer a boat, which will involve tricking the Solinese
Yes, I
Navy.
think potentially step 1 might be sort of walk around the deck, see how many people there are guarding the boat area, see
Yeah.
what Volt's area is like, see...
Roll
Yeah,
me an
yeah.
insight check, folks. I double dare you to make it another natural 1.
Oh, that's better. 17.
That's pretty good. Beth?
I get a 14 having
Okay,
dropped
cool.
it.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Okay. You sort of suddenly think about your commands were stay within the Solinese fleet, not stay in this particular boat that is smack dab in the center of the fleet and has kind of a lot of the like scary heavy artillery people on it. So if you want to kind of steal a boat, it may be prudent to first go to one of the smaller, less well-guarded ships. And that is not in any way defying the laws that have been laid down in front of you. There may still be kind of a
Okay.
question of why are you here from the people in that sort of like smaller ship. But just the thing to think
Sure.
about.
Well, and that would be a good... If I am going to disguise myself as Razac, we could pretend that she's ordering... that she's getting on a boat with you and Satus and Volt,
Yeah, absolutely.
potentially. Or I could also be that other guy, the...
Somebody high up but less obvious than her?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that has...
That could be a good option. What was his name? Commander Prell?
Oh,
is that-
Commander Pro.
Errol
That sounds
Prell.
Yeah. Errol Prell. Okay.
Okay, great.
So, yeah. How would we get from boat to boat in a
We'd need a boat. Or
That's
maybe there is
true.
another way.
Or
We fly.
Or we fly.
Tonight we fly.
Okay. And that would be a good way to test if Volt can handle all 3 of our weight.
Just doing a little bit of exercise.
Just
Maybe we could
just
be,
a little. Yeah, we're just stretching our legs after a big fight.
Maybe we could teach him fishing in a quieter part
Yeah.
of the Navy. Then he'll be able to fend for himself.
Yeah. I think
Probably can fish already.
probably.
Okay.
Well, I say sure. Let's try that, and if we need to improvise, we can improvise.
Yep. We have a backup.
Yes. Great.
okay. So
All
you
right.
are what are we doing then? I get
think
I
we're
get
going
the I
back-
get the general plan. What are we specifically doing now? Like what is the next concrete next step?
I think the next concrete thing is just to go up on deck and observe what's going on the deck, how many people there are, see
Yeah.
if we can find a boat, just kind of like get a little bit of the lay of the land, and then we take Volt for a little jaunt over to a smaller ship.
Okay.
Is that something we're doing in plain sight rather than sneakily? We're just like, we're in the rules, so we're doing this.
Yeah.
Bite us.
Yeah, I don't think we need to be sneaky.
Okay.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
11. Rolling a lot of 11s today.
And Beth?
I have a 2. So.
Grant. I think that Helena is just kind of like too consumed by grumpiness and anger. It's just kind of like having a silent, just like temper tantrum to really be observing much of anything.
Yeah.
Very bad behavior.
But
Sorry.
I do think, Beth, I do think it might be a good idea for you to take a potion.
Okay, Cal. I'll take
Yeah.
a potion.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mama cow.
Yeah, can't argue with that.
okay.
Yep.
Roll me that up while I describe what Cal sees.
Okay.
Yeah, so by this point, I think that, like, dawn is starting to break. And as you come back up on the deck, presumably bringing Satus with you, question mark?
Yes.
Yes.
You find Volt kind of curled up on the deck. And he will sort of, like, put his head up as you approach and then kind of, like, lay it back down. He is resting but alert. He is probably the only thing that could be said to be resting right now, though. The ships are abuzz with activity. This kind of like main ship has been brought in line with 2 boats of similar size. And they've all sort of like dropped anchors as people are transferred over. It looks like a ship that is now docked to the right of the one that you are in is being a field hospital of sorts. People are being ferried around, supplies are being moved. You see mind flayers kind of using their telekinetic abilities to lift things from one ship to another. You see more people like kind of moving around. There's like plenty of small boats in the waters. There's a lot of activity. You see Razac kind of still doing a lot of hands-on directing and kind of going like, you go here, you go there. But yeah, there's just like a lot going on. Like it seems that like the process of kind of swapping up after the battle is still ongoing. And there's still even people being pulled out of the water. There's still people kind of being like pulled out of the ships that were wrecked by the Kraken. But for the time being, it is just kind of like a lot of hive movement activity. And the priority seems to kind of be a little bit of like, get things in order before we start moving again. And from just kind of like chatter that you hear from the sailors, they think that it's going to be probably a couple of hours before the fleet begins going anywhere as a fleet.
Okay. Well, we see Volt. I'm sorry. I was looking at something, I think, when you mentioned Volt.
He's curled up on the deck.
He's curled up on the deck.
Yeah,
Great.
he is resting but alert.
Great. That's right. I did hear you say that. Okay. So what do you think, Helena?
Well, if we're not going anywhere for 2 hours, in some ways that seems like...
It's going to be longer than 2 hours. It's probably closer to like 8
Yeah.
hours before the fleet's
Okay.
moving.
Well,
Great.
I was initially thinking we wait a long time, but I feel like this is a good opportunity for us to make treks. Maybe
Yeah,
we take Volt for a little experimental, harmless, why are you even yelling at us spin?
Yeah. I think so. Why not?
If he's up for it.
Yeah.
Brr.
Do we see
Oh, hey, Volt.
see
Such a good boy.
Hey buddy, do you think do we see Commander Prell anywhere?
Yeah, he's around.
He's around and he's on this ship?
Yes.
Okay. And do we see any ship that looks like in pretty decent shape, but that's a little farther away?
And closer to the shore.
Yeah.
So the shore is you cannot see the shore. You are
Oh,
so
no, I know.
far.
But we might as
Yeah.
well be...
Yeah.
On the
So I
correct
think that that probably the metric that you're looking for is what are things kind of on the like periphery of the fleet.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see kind of this smaller. I do not know anything about different classifications of ships.
Sure,
I'm sorry to say,
sure. That's
but
fine.
kind of
That's
this like
fine.
smaller, maybe like 25-person boat as opposed to like the 200-person monster that you're in right now. that is around the back of the fleet and kind of on like the outer ring of ships right now. And that seems to kind of be a little bit maybe standing in reserve. There's not a lot of boats going there. There doesn't seem to be kind of like a lot of it interacting with other boats. So yeah, like that one strikes you as a good possible candidate. And you see kind of a name painted on the side when you look at it with a spyglass. And it is called the Blackthorn.
The Blackthorn.
Suspicious.
Yeah. I like that.
Sounds very suspicious. Blackthorn.
Blackthorn.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know. Seems like a good name to me. Hey Volt.
Brr.
You want to go for one little fly around
Brr.
with all three of us?
Brr.
Okay. All right. Let's figure out getting Satus onto.
Yeah, you're gonna be at the front, right, Cal?
Yeah, as you
Can I
are
put Satus between us, maybe?
Maybe.
A sandwich?
as you are doing this, a mind flayer will float towards you and kind of wave a hand.
Hi.
Hi.
And he will kind of gesture at the dragon and then at Satus and then at you.
Oh, we're just thinking now that he's flying, he gets pretty restless, but we don't want to leave Satus unattended, so we're just
like to
gonna
keep
go
it
for a
close.
little fly around the fleet. I promise. Nothing untoward.
Roll me that Deceptione check.
Yeah.
Yes, Cal.
Okay. All right, that's a 19 plus 14 for 33.
Wow.
The mind flayer kind of
wow.
frowns a little bit, but then you sort
yeah.
of see him shrug slightly and then return
Yeah.
back to his duties.
Impressive stuff.
Thank you.
I don't even know if you're lying right now, honestly.
I guess.
Is her name even
I-
Cal?
Even
Who
I
are
don't
you?
know where the line lies. Okay, so yeah, and maybe if we can kind of like secure Satis to hold two
Yes,
bolts,
let me see what I
like,
can
to the-
do. If I can
Yeah.
just kind of craft some sort of safety
Yeah,
out of something that I have on me.
like do we have
bit of
some
rope?
rope?
We could
Yeah.
always
Yeah,
have
yeah,
rope.
yeah.
We've
Yeah,
had so
we've
many
got
good rope
rope,
adventures.
yeah.
Just
Yeah,
so that he won't.
if you just want to crudely tie Satis under Volt, that's easy enough. Although,
Underbolt?
or onto, I don't know,
But,
like you need.
I was thinking on top, but
Well, we've got the harness, haven't we, for a start?
Yeah.
yes.
This is just like a little bit of. I'm gonna have hold of him anyway, but this is just a precaution.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Okay.
Okay,
In that case, that gets you
um,
less alarmed glances from passing sailors.
Just a totally normal
We're
thing.
just-
Just me
yeah,
and my
yeah.
buddy and my unconscious buddy
yeah.
going out on our dragon.
Yeah, it's not weird.
We're
Come on.
close. Yeah.
Okay, now, do you think that I should put on the gloves while we're in the air, maybe?
Why?
Because we want to land on the other boat with me looking like someone else.
Oh, okay. You want to do
Yeah.
that straight now? Okay. Well, maybe.
Not while we're in the air, hopefully not in sight of everyone. We'll do a couple loops. We'll do a couple loops around.
Can I get a history check
Uh-huh.
from either of you?
Sure. Oh, that's another natural one.
Okay. Well, I have a 22.
Great.
Wonderful. The uncomfortable figure of 7 years and public flogging of no less than 7 lashes comes to mind, Helena, as something that you happen to know is the penalty for impersonating an officer of the Solinese Navy.
I
Listen.
relayed this to Cal, and
I mean, that's the least of my worries right
Right,
now.
like the fish
Yeah.
to fry are way bigger, but
Yeah.
just one of these,
way
like,
bigger.
it pops
Yeah.
into your head, Helena, and you're like, oh, right, they really don't like it when you do that.
I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm just saying we shouldn't instantly be caught. And I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'd
If we're
like to-
caught later, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's the
I'd like to-
instant catch. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'd
I'm
like
just-
to not be instantly caught too, but I think it will be suspicious if we land on a different boat as the three of us, and then suddenly,
Cal, I hear you and I respect your authority. I honestly thought that we were kind of doing a reconnaissance flight to see if folk could carry us.
Well,
If-
yes,
if we're going
let's-
to plow
yeah,
ahead,
we're-
then let's plow ahead.
okay,
I'm not sure. that
okay,
we're
you
want to
you just want to do a little lap around and then come back.
Well,
That's good. That's
well, I don't
that
know.
makes it.
I mean, I just don't know that the
It makes it seem like
I
we're
don't
trustworthy. I
wanna
like that. I
crush
like
the
that.
style. Like, I just don't think that I think we'll be visible. Honestly, I think we will be
Yeah,
visible
I think you're
throughout this
right. I think you're
experience.
right. I think
Okay.
you're right. I think you're absolutely
Okay.
right. This is just a really good. What?
It's like me trying to plan a road trip. Amazing.
Maybe we'll just try. We can. If it's going really well, then we're feeling really
Yeah,
invisible.
yeah. If we're feeling great in the moment,
Yeah.
but
Pop the
no,
gloves
I think
on.
you're right.
Hey,
we're
get
gonna
Jeff
we're gonna
out,
be
yeah.
here. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a minute. So yeah. Let's do this. Let's do this little recon flight.
Okay.
Okay.
I hesitate to ask, but just so that we're all clear,
Yeah.
where is this flight to and where is this flight from?
It's from the deck
Uh-huh.
of the ship we're on.
Great.
And we're just gonna fly around the fleet a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Ideally, we'd
And
look at this.
we're gonna
Blackthorn,
see.
but we're gonna test the water
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
air.
Yeah,
Great.
we're gonna and make sure that Volt can carry all three of us.
All right. Let's have an animal handling check, Emma.
Okay. Ooh, 19 plus nothing. 19.
With the 19, it's a pleasant flight. You are in the air for maybe 10 minutes, do a kind of a couple laps around the ship. As you pass some of the boats, you even get some cheers from sailors because you are now like very
Yeah.
visible as
Yeah.
the people
yeah.
that defeated the Kraken.
They can see us.
And there's maybe just a
They-
couple
they
times
can see.
that cheer turns into like, yo, is that guy unconscious? You know, like kind of like
Don't worry about
some
it.
people are worrying about it. Some people are for sure worrying about it.
I get that. You know, I do get
you know,
that.
I get that, but it's a long story, and I just don't have time to explain.
And he's doing all right, right? He's
Yeah,
going
he's
all right.
fine. He's breathing.
But in time, you are able to bring Volt back around to the deck of the Sea Lion, sort of Razak's big capital ship, and
Great.
land back on top of it. And so you're back.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Well, that worked.
A sailor will come up to you with short brown hair, and he'll kind of go, welcome back, ma'am, and sir. Is there anything that you need? Anything that we can help you with?
We're just having a little fly.
Terrific.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
you know, it's just it's new to us, but it's starting to be one of my favorite pastimes.
Terrific.
Yes.
Well, if there's anything
I
you
could-
need, I'll be right here.
Okay, great.
Stood here.
hmm
Right here.
I mean, I'll be on hand, is what I'm saying.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Yes,
great,
of course,
great.
of course.
Thank you.
What
Fantastic.
was your name?
Edgar, ma'am.
Ah,
Edgar.
lovely. Edgar.
hmm
Well,
Any water?
yeah, I think
Sure.
yeah, some water sounds good. Maybe
Some water,
another
please.
little if there's any more buckets of meat for
More
for Volt here.
provisions for the dragon,
me.
please.
Yeah.
I
And
wouldn't
for
mind
Helena,
some meat,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, maybe
More
some cooked
provisions
meat
for the warriors, please.
Thank you.
That's really
you.
kind. Thank you.
Yeah.
And in time,
yeah,
other
appreciate
sailors arrive, bringing a bottle of water with some glasses, some bread, and some cured meat, and some cheese, along with a little bits of fruit for you, and two
thank
more
you.
buckets
this
of
is
meat,
nice.
which Volt proceeds to devour.
Great.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Ooh. All that
guys should have
monster
some-
slaying.
Yeah, we are quite
Yeah,
all
oh
right.
yeah, we've got
Oh.
okay. Okay. Good.
Mhm.
Um
It is good.
great. Happy that you're well taken care of. by the Solinese navy.
And I'm happy to take care of you to repay back that.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Yep. Consider me entirely at your disposal.
Appreciate that.
I've always wanted to go up the whatchamacallit.
Oh,
Up to the crow's nest?
Yeah.
Certainly it would seem slightly boring after the hurtling through the air on the back of a majestic beast like your dragon.
Yeah, I guess maybe. Yeah, I suppose maybe.
But if you want to, it can be easily arranged.
I'll think about it, thank you.
Very good, very good.
Nice to know what the parameters are.
Yep. If there's anything else you need, just say the word.
Oh, thank you very much. I think for now we're just going to enjoy the view.
It's a terrific view.
It's a nice view.
Absolutely.
Very peaceful.
Yes, it is.
Serene, even.
You might call it still.
Yes.
Yep.
How does this ship run?
Well, ma'am, he proceeds to just disgorge information at you.
Yes.
He is just
great.
Okay, so it begins over here with this the top men handle the sails in this way, but when you read the bosun is the one that was really in charge of the handling of the ship-to-ships day-to-day operations. But really, if you want to, it's very important that you blah, 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 blah.
It's sails, basically.
It is a combination of infrastructure of the ship, a thing that I am.
Yes,
he's giving a speech that I am absolutely incapable of giving, but it's just so
fascinating,
helpful.
though.
Yes.
Yeah, Cal, I think in another life I wouldn't mind being a sailor.
I think you'd make a great sailor, Helena.
Oh, thank you.
I have to say.
From what I'm hearing, you have already done great things for the Solinese fleet.
You could say that.
You could say that, yeah. But, if we survive all this and stop the end of the world, maybe Helena can pursue her career.
Oh,
as
I've
a
got other
sailor.
dreams first, but you never know.
You never
That's
do
true.
know,
That's
ma'am.
true. Yeah.
Sometimes you are just picked for these things. Sometimes it's not a matter of choice.
Would you say that was true of yourself, Edgar?
I would say that I chose and I was chosen for it. There was a lovely marriage in my recruitment.
That's nice.
Yes, yes, it is.
Hands dealt. Well, Cal,
Yes.
I might go have a lie down, just a nap. You know how it is.
Sure.
Over meat.
Mm-hmm.
A good meat nap, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll join you.
Great. I would feel better.
Yes.
I'll
and
accompany
also
you.
it
I'll
takes-
accompany down to your quarters. I'll even help you carry Mr. and Catum.
Oh no, that's not
I
necessary,
absolutely insist.
Edgar.
Whoop.
I am sure that you.
Lead the way.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
We
Mr. and
head down
Catum,
to
let's
the-
do this. Right
Yeah.
foot, then left foot, then right foot, then left foot, then right foot, then left foot. I actually don't know which way I'm going. Please, you first.
Very.
It's this way, for goodness.
Right.
Yeah,
All right,
yes,
right
yeah.
foot, then left
Yeah.
foot, right foot, then left foot,
Yeah.
right foot, then left foot.
Thank you, Edgar. Right. So
Yeah.
so we get there, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, and
Cal-
here you are. Anything else that I can get for you right now?
Well, I think we're going to have a nap. I mean, presumably you don't want to join us for that, or do you?
Helena.
Let me roll for Edgar's sudden sexual awakening.
How do I roll for that?
No, that's a roll that I did, and he will
Okay.
take it much more in stride than I just did. As Edgar will just sort of go, "No, ma'am, that's quite all right. But if you need anything, just give the slightest knock on the door, raise your voice. We are here. We are ready to serve anything that you need at all.
You'll be right outside.
I will be right on the other side of that door."
Not necessary. Gotta
Not-
say.
I just want to make sure that you're well looked after.
That's.
It is
We
very
appreciate
important that
that.
people leave the Solinese fleet feeling the full hospitality of Soliana.
I really appreciate that. That'll be just fine.
All right. Well, once again, just anything that you need, just say the word. We'll be here in a jiffy.
Great.
I take my leave of you for now, but
Bye.
just say the word.
You got it.
Roll me a quick insight check, both of you.
7.
Ooh, dear cow. 13.
Yeah.
Helena,
Mm-hmm.
the mannerisms and what he's doing, they are eerily similar to the scientific aid that you were speaking to a few hours ago on the Kraken's body. And this may just be kind of something that is drilled into Solinese sailors, but you take notice of it. Like, it seems a little bit odd and slightly creepy. Like, sort of this, like, hyper helpful, wanting to be around, kind of hanging on to everything that you're doing. This is now like the second Solinese sailor in less than 12 hours that you've encountered that has done that.
Well,
I think we can be overheard.
Yes, I was going to cast thaumaturgy. And
I don't know what that is, but hooray! I was going to get out some paper, but your idea is much better.
I mean, we might need that too. But
Yeah.
I was going to cast thaumaturgy because I can where did it go? I can create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of my choice within range, which is 30 feet. Such as a rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven, or ominous whispers. And it can last for 1 minute.
Cool. Yeah. So you can kind of create, like, basically like a sound,
like some white
machine.
noise.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
a white noise
exactly.
machine.
Like a rain stick.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
feeling pretty paranoid about Edgar.
Yeah, I don't like Edgar.
He might be the same as somebody we met before. They have the same
weird scientist guy.
Yeah, like, and then I'm starting to think, is it the same person, or are they both Admiral Razac? Because it's all very suspicious, or maybe not.
I don't know. That
doesn't really matter.
Suspicious. Yeah.
And he didn't want to have a nap with us, which is very suspicious.
Maybe. I was gonna say, what would Harriet think about that? But,
hey, it's not gonna go that far.
Okay.
I like to mess with them.
Okay.
Different people have different arrangements in their relationships, Emma.
I understand.
But the flight went well.
It did. I did.
As far as you can tell, Volt did not seem... He seemed maybe a little bit slower, but he didn't seem like he was huffing and puffing. And it seemed like he could have gone for a while longer, even.
Yeah. Okay. So, is the plan we hide out down here for a little bit to take a nap, and then we go for another flight, and then try to get on the Blackthorn and commandeer a ship?
We're still thinking boat, right? We're not just thinking we fly away.
I guess we could try to just fly away, but it's pretty far from land, and Volt might need a rest.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I don't know. What do you think? We could just try flying away.
I think if we're going to do the boat thing, I'm wondering if maybe rather than impersonating one of them, we can distract all of them. And when I say we, I kind of mean you.
Yeah.
If there's anything you could do that would be so big that we could just go ahead and steal the boat and go as fast as we can and hope for the best, because they will be busy with something.
Yeah, I mean, I have, I could cast Major Image.
Mm-hmm.
That might distract them. I could cast Mislead. No, that won't be very good. Silent Image. Sort of like Major Image, but less cool. Mistel's Magic Aura.
Ooh.
Oh. mean, that could be something, but I think major image would be phantasmal force. No, that's just on one person. Or hallucinatory terrain.
What's that do?
I can make a natural terrain in a 150-foot cube in range look, sound, and smell like some sort of other natural terrain.
So you could make the sea seem like a massive iceberg or something?
Maybe. Could try.
Did you get icebergs around here?
Probably not. But
It would be quite
but that would
attention
be-
getting.
yeah.
Or a
yeah.
rock. A rock, maybe. Or...
Maybe a big rock. I mean,
Can you do a kraken? Do you do a kraken? They're probably pretty paranoid about krakens right now.
I could do a kraken. Yeah.
Giant
Probably-
tentacles
probably-
sticking out of the ocean.
Yeah.
That's probably
Yeah.
within bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I probably with major image, not hallucinatory terrain, but yeah, I could probably do that.
Because I guess at some point they'll realise, but just with something like that, it'd probably cause enough panic
Yeah,
in the short
I think
term.
so. I
Now-
think so. And then
I just want to run this past our inner psychologist for a moment here.
okay.
So, the plan, as I understand it, is to, instead of just flying to the Blackthorn, first creating a diversion, or is the diversion once you are on the Blackthorn?
No, I think the diversion is once we're on the Blackthorn.
The inner
right?
psychologist is much appeased. Continue.
Okay,
Great.
Okay, good.
I
as
love
long
that
as
guy.
as long as the Blackthorn has boats.
I can tell you that, with the reconnaissance drive that you already did, you can tell that there's a
Yeah.
couple of lifeboats hanging off the side of the Blackthorn.
Love a
Okay.
stealable boat.
Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I think, I mean, the other thing I could do, because I think I have 2 charges left on this thing.
Okay. We're still hoping we'll be able to use, in the future. But we're just going
Yes.
to keep it for now.
Yes, I do. It does reset every day for me.
Oh,
I don't
hooray,
have to. I
hooray.
don't have to rest for it to reset. But I could do mislead, and make an illusory double of myself, and be invisible and try to steal the boat that way, if it comes to that.
Invisibility sounds pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. But yes, I think the plan is go for another flight.
Mhm.
Get on the Blackthorn, major image of a tentacle or an iceberg or something.
I think tentacle wins for me at the moment, unless you can think of
Okay.
anything
Okay.
more alarming.
I mean, a big rock or an iceberg would also be pretty alarming.
Is that rock
but-
with a K at the end, or with just a C? Since
With-
we live in this
with
world
a-
where they're
with a
both so
K,
relevant.
With a K. Yeah. With a K. A rock jutting out of the
Yeah.
sea.
I guess
Um,
I don't know how big you can make a rock or an iceberg, but with the whole fleet, I feel like
I can
the
make it-
tentacle is maybe more worrying because it
telling
moves
you.
around.
I can tell you it can be no larger than a 20-foot cube. So,
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah.
the rats.
Well, 20 feet, if
Yeah,
it started
yeah, like the
if it
rats.
started 1 feet below the surface, that's still 20 feet of tentacle going upwards.
yeah. Okay, so
cool.
tentacle it is.
Yes.
Great.
How long is it
and-
tentacle?
How long does it tentacle?
How long is it
Up
tentacle?
to 10 minutes, and it is concentration, so I probably can't do the other thing. So
Okay. I need to steal the boat.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, great. Now, do we think Edgar is going to try to come with us?
I think we're going to encounter more opposition to getting on Vault
Yeah,
this time than we did
yeah,
last time.
I
Because
think
I don't think they
so.
enjoyed that much.
Yeah. Great. I have a lot of lies to tell.
You do.
Okay. So how long do we nap for?
Like an hour?
Okay. Yep.
Would you say that would be? That'll be a convincing nap.
Yeah.
I'm not a napper myself, so.
I'm not
Oh,
either.
nap's great, Cal.
Yeah,
Guys, you gotta have naps.
Yeah.
So good for you. So great. So wholesome.
I know.
So refreshing.
I know. I wish I could.
What you do is you have a snack, like all that meat I just had, and then you have a nice nap. Perfect.
All right.
All right, we'll work on it.
An hour passes.
Okay. All right. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Okay.
You
When
leave
I,
your quarters?
Yes.
One sec, Cal. When I steal the boat,
Thaumaturgy.
thank you.
Yeah.
I won't.
stick.
I will be carrying Satus most likely. So, just.
Well,
just
you might
but-
have to get it ready, you know.
sure.
And
I can do that.
Yeah.
Just can't do it
Folks,
elegantly.
give me one moment because
Okay.
you're both frozen right now. I'm
Oh,
not
no.
sure. And of course, as soon as I say that, you both like flicker back into movement. So, as you were saying,
Oh,
never mind
so-
me.
Okay.
Okay.
So great. Love that. Yeah. Let's go for it.
Yep.
Okay. So we go.
Yep, you emerge from your quarters
Yeah.
onto the deck. You find it, still abuzz with activity, still moving resources and people from ship to ship. You see kind of like what we might call the Admiralty board, sort of like Razac and her top counselors have disappeared from the deck. But there's still sort of like a couple of mind flayers around moving things about.
Okay. Volt is still there.
Yep. He is.
And Satus is
Satus is with you. Yeah.
with me. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, Volt is kind of perched on the back of the ship, I think, like observing some fishes underneath the water that are drawing his attention.
Aw, you wanna go for a little ride?
Let's do some fishing. Fishing's cool.
Oh, let's go fishing. Oh, that'll be fun. Okay, let's just get Satus on here, and then we're
Yep.
all gonna go catch some fish.
Okie
I
dokie.
love it.
Yep. You get Satus on the dragon.
Okay, great. Great. And then we're gonna get on the dragon.
Yep.
Same as before.
You're on the
I'm my
dragon.
back.
All right. Okay, great. All right. Up we go, Volt.
And he takes off the
Yeah.
deck of the boat.
Yeah.
Roll me an animal handling
Yeah.
check, Emma.
10.
Yeah, that's fire enough.
Okay. 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 So let's maybe we'll do a little dip down so that he can look at the fishes.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And then back up again.
That works.
And going around, and I'm gonna say, okay, Volt, you see that little boat over there?
Brr.
Okay, we're gonna land on that one.
Brr.
Okay, here we go.
He, extends his wings,
Yep.
swoops up, and after a moment settles on the deck of the Blackthorn, causing quite a lot of immediate alarm from the people in that boat.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Apologies, our dragon is
Sorry.
just a bit restless. We wanted to take him fishing, and he just
Yeah.
Very quickly,
Yeah.
sort of this tall blonde woman, this elf woman with what interesting characteristic, Emma?
Ooh, she has a she's got a locket that she wears around her neck.
Excellent. She will step forward, and you'll see her kind of wearing like the, officer's jacket of the Solinese Navy. She'll kind of go,
Yeah.
Afternoon. I'm Captain
Hi.
Thrin. Welcome to the Black Thorn. How
Thank
can
you.
I help the four of you?
Oh, we were just getting a little restless on the deck of the Sea Lion, and so we thought we'd see a little bit more of the fleet.
I see. Well, come aboard.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
You may not have any idea who we
No, we know exactly who you are, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Um,
Okay, good.
Sorry, we've just kind of been waiting for orders for most of the day. It's been fairly restless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of preparation going on at the moment after everything.
Yes. And don't get us wrong, we're very glad that the fighting seems to be over and that we can be headed home soon. Thank
Absolutely.
you
I
both for
hope
your part
so.
in the battle. Yeah,
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Thank you.
absolutely.
Do you mind if we just look around a little bit? We're learning a little about seafaring.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
and-
particularly am very interested in sort of
Yeah.
maybe a future as a sailor. I don't know if it happened. If you wouldn't, I mean, obviously if you're busy, but if somebody wanted to show me around, Cal might have to stay behind because Satus is not very ambulant at the moment.
No.
Absolutely. That'd be quite all right.
Thank you. Volt won't come either, just because he's
Sure.
a dragon.
Yeah.
Would it be all right if some of the sailors came up to take a look at your dragon? I've been hearing some of the crew talk about how envious they've been about only being able to see it from afar. It would absolutely make their year. Only what is appropriate, just you know.
Yes, I would say no touching.
You keep a better distance. right?
I would keep
Sure.
a bit of distance.
Yeah,
He's
that's-
a little, But Volt, is that okay with you if some people come say hi?
And Volt will seem very enthusiastic about the idea.
Yeah.
And the captain
okay,
will
great.
kind of clap her hands together and go, marvelous. Sure. All right. First mate Kala, help me to set this up. All right. What a fun twist this day has turned out to have. Wonderful. Great.
If we're just gonna be sitting here, we might
Yeah, kill
might as
each other.
well enjoy ourselves.
And so it is set up, and sort of in like, this sort of like older, gruffer elf gentleman will sort of set up kind of like a couple of shifts where the crew come up and say hi to Volt, and you kind of, I think, do a little bit of facilitating about this, Cal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as kind of the...
Okay, that's close enough. That's close enough.
Nope, the sailor's kind of
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yep,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're very sort of dutiful. There's one thing you can say about these Solinese Navy people. They're very good at following orders.
Very good at following
But a lot of them seem very thrilled to be doing this. And around the time that like the second group is coming up, you'll feel a tap on your shoulder, Helena.
Hello.
And you will find this younger sailor with streaks of green in her hair. And what interesting quality about her. She is a young half-elf woman.
She has a sort of lovely collection of piercings along her eyebrow.
Ooh,
Sort of almost
very
like a
nice.
tube.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Great.
Yeah, little rings, one after the other.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And this half-elf woman will go, hello, ma'am. I was told that you wanted to be shown around the ship. And just before
That'd be great.
we get started, I wanted to check, is there anything that we can provide you with? Any water, any carver juice, any provisions, anything at all, just to make sure that you feel the full weight of the Solinese hospitality?
Oh, that's so kind. Some water if you can spare it would be wonderful.
Absolutely.
Cal,
Water, please.
thank you. I don't want to be too much trouble.
No, it's no trouble at all. Please. I would be terrifically happy to help you with anything at all.
Great. That's great. Let's go.
Wonderful. All right, where would you like to start? The crow's nest, perhaps?
The crow's
on.
nest. Yes, why not? Why not?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Terrific. Step this way, please.
Okay.
And this young woman will sort of, very fastidiously take you through kind of like the rope rigging up to the crow's nest, where you will find this dwarven man that is sort of manning the position with a spyglass. And he'll kind of nod at the two of you, and she will sort of, again, be doing this very in-depth tour guide disgorging of information of just sort of, now the crow's nests originally were placed at a height of this many feet, but after, the reformation of this, that, and the innovations of this shipwright, they've actually been raised now. They're a little bit higher. Not so much they interfere with maneuverability, but enough to sort of be able to give you a broader range of sight for your lookouts.
That's very intelligent.
Absolutely.
So much I don't know. Cal, you're on the tour too. I thought maybe you weren't coming.
Am I on the tour?
I think that Cal is handling the dragon.
I think I'm
the
still.
dragon
I think I'm still
sightseeing.
with the dragon.
Good. That's
yes,
what I was hoping.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
knew that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is fascinating.
Absolutely. Yes, it is.
I've never really picked up any skills in this department, but I was saying to my my friend that when all this is over, I would definitely enjoy a little bit more seafaring in my life.
Oh, I think that the sea would be very, very, very lucky to have you. And
I don't know.
and fortunately, you are right here, right now, in the Solinese Navy. Yes. Now, what else can I show you?
What else have you got? I mean,
Oh, we've got loads. How about the lower decks? The lower decks are a gas. Let's start there. I'll show you the animal pens.
the animal pens.
Mm-hmm.
By all means.
And this is a little bit of kind of like, how far are we going to let this run,
Yeah,
Beth? Because
yeah,
this
I
woman will
think
guide
this-
you through a very intensely polite, very informative tour of the ship. Occasionally just kind of like coming back to, is there anything else that we can get you? Are you thirsty? Do you want a snack? Do you want, sort of like this? Do you this, that, the other? Anything at all that we can provide?
Yeah, I mean, I think Helena is sort of interested in having a look at these lifeboats in a non-obvious way, and any provisions we can discreetly get that don't seem like we're planning for a voyage would be great. I was mainly hoping to
Interesting.
distract people for Cal, but there are quite a lot of people about, and I'm mainly distracting this one, so...
Yeah.
Yes. I think Cal will try to catch Helena's eye as you come back down from the crow's nest and be like, how much longer?
Oh, you want me to come back and stand by you?
No, just like when should I go?
At this point, the captain will come up to you, Cal, and sort of go like, I really cannot thank you enough. This is such a treat. Absolutely.
Oh,
Now,
absolutely.
now tell me, what does he eat?
Meat mostly.
Really?
But anything. Yeah.
Oh, I see,
yeah.
I see. And how did,
Yeah.
please, just like, the more that you can tell me, the happier I'll be. Where on earth did you find a living dragon?
Well, it is a story, let me tell you.
And you have now both entered into conversations that will take some extricating yourselves from.
Yes.
But, Beth, roll me an investigation check.
I get an 8.
Yeah, there's definitely 4 lifeboats. One's on either side of the ship towards the front, and one's on either side of the ship towards the back.
Okay.
Right now,
Great.
Volt and Cal are kind of towards the front of the ship, standing on the deck. But they're all fairly out in the open, kind of hanging off the ledge of the boat.
Okay. So I think okay, at some point Cal is going to say, "Excuse me, I'm so sorry to bother you, but could I use the facilities?"
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. You'll get directions to where to go for that.
Okay, great. So I think Cal's gonna go down there and just, wait for a second.
Uh-huh.
and then come back up, and before anybody can approach her, very sneakily cast major image.
Do you need to be able to see where you are casting the major image?
It has to be within 120 feet. And yes, I do have to see it.
So I think that you would need to be out on the deck to cast this.
Yeah. I'm out on the deck, but like,
But sort of you try to find like a nook somewhere.
yeah, try to find like a nook and just kind of like
Okay.
ignore.
Cool.
Does that?
Perhaps I can encourage people to feed vote some meat. What fun!
Yes.
Helena, if you go back to where Volt is,
We
this
started,
young
yeah.
woman with the green hair is like right behind you.
Great. It's been a great tour so far. I was just thinking maybe we could all feed Volt some meat because he loves meat.
That
and it
sounds
seems
like
that you
terrific
haven't had
fun.
That much of an opportunity to meet a dragon.
Yes, absolutely.
Just be careful. Just,
Oh, no,
don't
I'm very
use
happy
your
to just
fingers.
stand back. After all, better to serve you in case at any point you need anything. I'm happy to let the other sailors handle it. I want my attention to be on you.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. I mean, you should have some meat as well. Why not?
That's
We can
all
do it
right.
together.
I'm perfectly satisfied right now.
Okay.
Unless, of course,
How
there's
did
anything
you
that you
come-
need, or anything that Cal needs, or anything that your unconscious friend needs. Please, I'm here to help.
I think my unconscious friend is okay, really. Why don't you tell me about yourself? How did you come to the sea life?
Oh, my name is Officer Mern, and I was recruited. But it has also always been my pleasure to serve any sort of ship. I'd always had a fascination with the sea, so really it was a very, very happy marriage.
Marriage, yes.
Yes.
Very happy. Yes. Good.
Happiest day of my life, the day that I was
Okay.
recruited.
My God, good.
So would you say that everybody looks fairly distracted and
Yeah,
I
this
could
this
maybe
one
find,
this one woman is fairly fixated on Helena, but nobody's paying attention to you right now, Cal.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna take that opportunity to find a spot and to cast Major Image and create this tentacle
Cool.
coming out of the sea.
Roll me stealth with advantage, please.
Okay. Okay, stealth, I get +6, so that's going to be 23.
All right, let's adjudicate this when we come back from the break. I'm so curious about how this is going to go.
Okay. Yay.
Exciting.
Yeah, we're going to take another 5-minute break, and we'll be right back, folks.
Okay, great.